Hey guys and welcome to my channel. Today we are doing, what if Naruto was neglected by his parents and joined the Anbu? Kushina and Minato are alive and well taking care of their child, well one of them. Naruto has a younger twin named Menma. Kurama was split into two consisting of his soul and his chakra. Menma is the favored child as they train him to be able to take care of Kurama when he is released. They fawn over him even when he does minor things while Naruto accomplished great feats but has no acknowledgement. What will happen between the family? With that out of the way, let's begin this what if. Konohagakure no Sato is a big village within the Land of Fire. It is known to produce many great shinobis that have led the village through victory in all three wars. Although they are victors in wars, the village is known as a peaceful place protected by their leader, the Hokage. But not all peace could be kept forever. Blood, screams, smoke, destruction, it could be found wherever you looked in one particular part of the city. The whole village is covered by a blanket of killing intent and bloodlust. Sound of children crying, confused as to why they feel threatened. Sound of people, civilians and ninjas alike, panicking over the sight of the beast that runs rampant over their now broken homes. A roar that could destroy mountains, sound of fighting. Weapons being thrown, jutsus being summoned, it's useless, you can't kill the beast this way, the beast? It's no other than the Kyuubi no Yoko. The strongest amongst the tailed beast, a ball, a giant mass of concentrated chakra, has appeared near the mouth of the beast. It's all over. If the ball is released, the explosion could destroy the entire village. The ball is released. It's over, they are all going to die. A flash of yellow, silence, another flash, the Hokage has arrived. Minato, where did you put the attack? Asked an older, shorter man, to Iwa Sandaime-sama. The now identified Minato answered. Minato had yellow hair with a jounin standard vest and a cape. Minato, you may be the current Hokage, but you should not start unnecessary wars. I'm kidding, Sandaime-sama, I sent it to the ocean. All joking aside, we need to subdue the Kyuubi. I will explain everything later. The only way to stop the beast is to seal it. Kushina cannot take the beast within her again. She'll live, but she won't if we seal the Kyuubi again within her. What are you implying, Minato? Since we still need to seal the Kyuubi to Uzumaki, I need to seal it for my children. The blonde did not allow the Sandaime to reason out as he disappeared in another yellow flash. The Sandaime Hokage went with the other shinobi to stall enough time for Yondaime to return with his children. A minute later, another flash appeared and Minato was back with two newborn babies. By his side is a beat-up red-head woman. It is no other than Uzumaki Kushina, the former container of the beast and the soon-to-be wife of the fourth Hokage. Minato, just seal it in me. I do not want our children to be in danger. We got over this, Kushina, we have no other choice. Besides, I believe they would be able to control the beast's power. I hope you know what you're doing, Minato. I'll assist you. Chains emerged from the back of the Uzumaki as it wrapped around the beast, restricting its movements. A puff of smoke, two cradles appeared surrounded by arrays of swords and candles. Minato placed a child each on the cradles. As Minato is about to do hand signs, Sandaime stops him. Minato, let me do the Reaper Death Seal. I have lived long enough already. You have to continue your reign as the Hokage, you are still young. Sarutobi did the hand signs for the Reaper Death Seal, splitting the Kyuubi into half. The chakra of the beast went to the red-haired baby and the soul of the Kyuubi went to the yellow-haired boy. Hiruzen then fell to the ground, cold. The sealing jutsu worked, making the Kyuubi disappear. Thank you, Lord Third. Time has passed and now it is December of the same year. Two souls are united this month as Minato and Kushina are married along with their 2-month-old babies. They have moved out of their apartment and into a 2-story house for them to raise their kids, but not everything is perfect. The kids, mainly the blonde with the prominent whisker marks on his cheeks, are now the center of a new rumor that he is the Kyuubi itself. The couple have put a stop to the initial rumor, but little did they know that it was ineffective and has worsened. The rumor spread like wildfire across the village as the family still lived without knowledge of its existence. It all started when both Uzumaki Namake's kids turned 2. At this time, they are in the backyard of their homes, playing together. Both were playing with sticks as their mother hung their laundry on the drying racks. It was a normal day for the family. The redhead hit his brother too hard and scratched him. The blonde, in retaliation, did what other kids their age would do. He hit back. Neither injuries nor scratch was present on the redhead. But he cried, the redhead cried, red. It surrounded the redhead. Kushina got alarmed by this and immediately went to her fellow redhead's aid. Menma, calm down, you will be fine. The now identified Menma tried to calm down as instructed by his mother. His crying turned into small sobs as the red that covered him disappeared slowly. When all the red was gone, Kushina hugged her son, rubbing a hand on the back of her child. She forgot about her other son, still bleeding by the small cut. The small blonde even forgot about his cut as it is no longer present. His pained expression turned into confusion, confused as to why that happened. Then guilt overtook him. He had hurt his younger brother. Even as a child, the blonde understood things better. Of course, he had his father's smarts. This event had triggered another rumor. The shinobi near the Hokage's home were alarmed by the sudden appearance of the Kyuubi's chakra. It filled them with dread. But it is gone again as fast as it came. But this did not stop rumors from spreading yet again. Those who hate the Kyuubi with burning passion who felt the presence began telling that the Kyuubi is coming back. The rumor intertwined with the former rumor about the young blonde, and out came a nasty rumor. Did you hear? The Kyuubi brat is trying to awaken his powers back. Another year has passed, where hell had begun for the young blonde. It was his first time going outside the perimeter of his home. It was a simple tag between brothers, and it was Menma's turn to chase him. There were no rules about going outside their home, so he did. And boy, was that a bad idea. Running around the village, he had received hateful gazes from those present around him. But the blonde did not mind. An alley, he could hide there. Entering the dark narrow place, he felt a chill go up his spine. He began sweating a lot. He did not know why. He could not move, fear was overtaking him and he did not know how. What do we have here? The Kyuubi brat who took everything. He cannot move, but he knows the voice came from behind. The voice may sound like a slur to others, but to him it was clear as day. Pain, from the blonde's elbow. A thin line of red appeared, as small drops of crimson fell to the messy dirt floor. The blonde screamed and ran. The man did not chase him, but that was only the start of the little blonde's unfortunate adventures. Upon reaching home, he was shaking and cannot talk. Fear still had its hold on him. His mother was worried, of course, and asked what happened. The blonde did not answer. So she assumed he had fallen and scraped himself. She did not think that it was intentional. Another year has passed. For every word thrown, he is inflicted by pain. He had been cornered. This would not have happened because as a child, running was his greatest tool. But someone poisoned him. Again, they managed to get a poison that would stop him from moving in his system. Shinobis are involved in the beating this time. Burn marks, deep slashes, and some bite marks. The bite marks came from mean dogs, who did not want to do so but were forced by their masters. Stop. Please. It hurts. The cries of the barely recognizable blonde fills the air, making the villagers do more harm. The sounds of the boy excites them to do more. A demon who killed my family has no right to plead. A punch to the gut. More blood spilled out of the blonde's wounds. It's a surprise he has not yet died from blood loss. In fact, demons do not deserve to live at all. Here it comes. The boy could barely see it. A kunai headed for his throat, sound of metal scraping against another metal. Leave before I kill you all. Then the blonde blocked out from exhaustion. Drip, 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 drip. The boy wakes up in a dark place. And he immediately panicked. He was looking all around the place. trying to figure out where he was. Splash, he looked down. Ankle-deep water greeted him. He took a step back, splashing more water before losing his balance. Splash, he has fallen, but he is not wet. Come, a voice, it is calling onto him, and he followed it without question. He navigated through the dark corridors, making a left rather than a right. Pipes, they were on the ceiling. Numerous of them connected to the wall, dripping with liquid that did not make his clothes or his skin wet. A final right. A giant room. Giant pillars that reach until the ceiling. Welcome, it seems my jailer has finally graced me with his presence. Who are you? I am the mighty Kyubi no Yoko. Bow down to me. Kyubi? I thought Sandame Hokage killed you. The beast merely let out a loud laugh, but the blonde was not scared. No mere mortal can kill me. Besides, why are you not scared of me? I am too tired to be scared. Besides, you do not look too scary. Have you not heard of me, brat? I can level a giant mountain with a single step and destroy villages with a single roar. The child did not look fazed. But he did not look bored either. You must be lonely here all by yourself, huh? The beast was taken back, but did not answer. Well, then you are no longer lonely since you have me. My name is Uzumaki Namikaze Naruto. It may be long, but it's my name. What's yours? The giant fox did not answer. No one has asked for their names, so he is shocked. Slowly, the now named Naruto slowly disappeared without him noticing. Before he completely disappeared, he heard it, Kurama. The blonde opened its eyes to see his surroundings moving. He slowly brought a hand to his face to rub his eyes to see things a little clearer. You awake, Naruto? Hearing a voice, Naruto looked around him more. He was being carried piggyback style. A few moments later, he registered the voice and remembered who it belonged to. Kakashi and I. Oh, you are awake, I am glad. I did not think you would wake up. You scared me, you know? I tried my best to heal the biggest wounds, and surprisingly you healed fast, by yourself too. Where are we? I am returning you to your home. Please don't, I have to. Hokage-sama will kill me if I take you away, you know. The blonde kept quiet. He did not want to get his big brother figure killed because of him. Nisan, can you train me? Kakashi kept quiet for a while, thinking what to answer. Sure, where were you, Naruto? Do you know what time it is? The villagers they slap. Naruto, you should not lie about them, you should not be making excuses, you know, and you should not hit your kid. Why you? Kushina, the now identified Kushina stopped as she heard the voice of her husband, Minato, but he is right, you should not hit them. But Naruto, you need to understand that you should not lie. Now, go to your room and think about what you have done. The younger blonde complied. He went up to his room. If that is what you would call it. There was nothing in there aside from a small sleeping bag. The room is void of colors and does not really have a welcoming atmosphere. Unlike his brother's room, Menma became a spoiled brat, asking for many things for his rooms and would complain when his parents were not giving him attention even for a second. Naruto closed the door behind him and slid down. Sobs filled the room as he let out his emotions. But there were no tears, he had run out a while back, and that's how he fell asleep that night. 3 years, it had been 3 years since his brother promised to train him. 2 years since Kurama and him became friends. 2 years since Naruto started using shadow clones to help his training. A year since he found out about his chakra chains, and now he is ready. What was supposed to be used for self-defense, he is now using it to become like his older brother figure. The gray-haired man was happy that Naruto looked up to him, and so, here he is standing in front of Elder Shimura Danzo's home. His brother told him that there are rumors that Danzo has his own ANBU and will take in anyone that catches his interest. So he is taking that chance. 3 knocks on the elder's door. A few minutes later, out came the man himself. What is it, child? I would like to join the ANBU. He quickly shunshined them away from his home and somewhere dark. How did you know about this? He asked, a kunai to the blonde's throat. Based on rumors only, Shimura-sama, the blonde said, quickly disarming the elder. This action made many people appear near the blonde. 10 to be exact. The group of people started attacking the child as the blonde slowly knocked the others out. It took 10 minutes, and finally the group is taken care of. Tell me, do you want to work under me? With all due respect, Shimura-sama, I would like to work under the Hokage. You know that I do not handle official ANBU records, right? Please, Shimura-sama. The elder did not show any indifference to his face as he was contemplating in his head. Fine. Expect to be within the ANBU ranks in 2 days, and so, he waited. Danzo told the blonde that he will recommend Naruto to the ANBU commander and the blonde would take another test, and it happened. He is passed. Hokage-sama, I am the newest member of ANBU and will be on guard duty today. Nice to meet you. What should I call you? I am ANBU Kitsun. Hokage-sama, nobody's POV. The stench of blood can be smelled from a mile away as a lone figure walked through a pile of bones, blood and flesh. The walls are painted with beautiful crimson as it slowly dripped down to the floor. It truly is an art, with the figure being the artist and the body parts as its instruments in creating this beauty. It is said to compare with Akatsuki member Deidara's explosive art. With one hand movement, the figure removed all blood from their blade and sheathed it. They checked every body's pulse for any sign of life, and actually found 2 still clinging onto dear life. They dealt with them as quickly as possible. The figure grabbed many scrolls as he went for the leader's body where the head is cleanly cut from the body. The figure took the head. It will be presented as a way to show that they did the job. A second later, the figure disappeared in hot crimson flames that ignited the blood coated with flammable liquid. Burning everything within the vicinity, the same figure appeared a few meters away on a tree to watch the building burn and make sure that all evidence of the place is removed. All that was left were ashes before he disappeared, leaving a splatter of blood in his place. They have arrived. It had been nearly 10 minutes and the figure finally arrived in a big village, Kanahagakure no Sato. He disappeared again, leaving blood behind as he reappeared in front of a blonde working behind a desk. Hokage-sama, target has been successfully taken care of. And I have proof. The figure quickly threw a scroll towards the blonde Hokage's direction. The blonde Hokage, knowing what it might be, removed all important documents on his table and stacked them neatly on the floor. He opened the scroll and a puff of smoke appeared. Before presenting its contents, it's the head of the boss of a famous mercenary that has been terrorizing the local town in the farthest reaches of the Land of Fire. This could have been easy to take care of, even Shunin could, but the fact that this same group supposedly had knowledge about the village's secret alarmed the Hokage. So, he sent one of his best ANBU to take care of the threat. Report, Kitsun. The now known as Kitsun gave a firm nod. Hi. I found out that they had a connection to missing Nin Orochimaru and have been exchanging knowledge with each other. Their group was also recruited to a village called the Hidden Sound Village, a new hidden village? Orochimaru? Thank you for informing me. Please send me a copy of your report. You are dismissed, Kitsun. With a nod, Kitsun left the office. The person known as Kitsun is none other than Uzumaki Namake's Naruto. Over the years, he had climbed the ANBU ranks and within a year, had been placed on a team to do hard missions instead of guarding the Hokage. He has grown his skills over the years and have not stopped, for he knows that he may encounter someone stronger than him in the future. He is now 12 years of age, yet for his age, he is the tallest out of all his classmates. He had been forced to go to school because of his age. No one other than a few chosen people know of his identity. A year has passed since he moved out of the Uzumaki Namake's household and is now living in an undisclosed area, but for now, he is staying at a small wooden house outside the borders of Konoha. He is setting up. Naruto appeared inside the said wooden house and headed straight to the shower to get rid of all the sticky crimson around his body, mostly his hair. Slowly, he scrubbed away the dried blood and managed to rinse away all signs of blood. He slowly got out of the shower and gave a small sigh. He needs to go to the academy and he has not yet rested for the entire week. His entire mission lasted a week, which would have taken longer for other people. But he was not like the others. He arrived at the academy using a normal shunshin without leaves. Today they will do the graduation examination and he is excited. He entered the room the earliest, so he decided to go to his seat and do what you usually do when you're alone. Sleep. Naruto is so handsome when sleeping, shut up, you'll wake him up. Naruto slowly opened his eyes to see that he is once again surrounded by his fan club, and they just won't shut up. Although he has a bad reputation amongst the adults as Naruto, to the academy students, it is different. I'm awake already. Geez, you're so noisy. We're sorry, Naruto-kun, you finally woke up. Kit, yeah, they woke me up, alright? Settle down. We will do the first part of your exam, which is going to be written. Understood. Hi Irika-sensei, the test is easy for Naruto since he is already Anbu. He raised his hand after completing it. Is something wrong, Naruto? None sensei. I am done, everyone gasped at the blonde including Irika. He gave his paper then left. Naruto now has the highest academy scores, higher than Namake's Minato's by a few points. But did his parents praise him and acknowledge him? No, they kept their undying attention to the dead last of their batch. His younger twin Menma. Menma believed he was so special that he had a cocky attitude and kept on flexing Kurama's chakra. Naruto is happy that one day, all the sealed chakra inside Menma will vanish and Naruto would become the complete Jinchuriki of Kurama. Next up is the shuriken and kunai throwing. Menma only managed to get 6 of both at the target, which is surprising since he has 4 of the strongest people in the village more or less help at his training. Naruto hit the bullseye on all 15 targets without looking. Lastly is the transformation, shadow clone, substitution, and any jutsu. He nailed all 3 and saw him. Mizuki. Staring at him smirking and planning on something. Naruto had his watch all the time on him and made a plan to successfully capture him. He did wind style, breakthrough which blew the judges away. Literally, after acing the exams, he immediately left after getting his own Konoha headband. Not that he needs an extra, but oh well, he was walking towards the gates since why not when he saw 2 particular people with hair color that stands out. Kushina and Minato Uzumaki Namake's. They were literally blocking the gates and the other parents were too shy to tell them so they just stood there awkwardly. Hokage-sama, Lady Kushina, please give way, you are blocking the exit. What are you talking about, Naruto? Call me dad and call Kushina mom, I believe you no longer have the right to call me your son. Please excuse me. When they still did not move, Naruto decided to just shunshin out of the place, shocking everyone present, mostly his supposed parents. Back to the couple, they were still shocked when a voice called them out. Mom, Dad, is something wrong? It was none other than Menma Uzumaki Namake's. The younger, more arrogant twin brother of Naruto. How did your brother do a shunshin? How did your brother do a shunshin? Never mind, let us just ask him back home. The Hokage grabbed his family's hands as they all disappeared in different colored flashes, mostly red. The couple decided to head up to Naruto's room to ask him directly about what had happened. For some reason, for every step they take towards Naruto's room, they feel dread. Who wouldn't? They could not feel a chakra signature inside the room. And so, they ran and barged in the room. Nothing. The room contained nothing but walls with paint peeling off and dusty floor. The room looked like it had not been used in at least a year. The woman of the family used her sensing skills to try and locate their blonde son, but I do not know his chakra signature. The older blonde tried to use a jutsu to get to his son, but I did not give him a Hiraishin mark. A day had passed and Naruto just got summoned by the Hokage. He quickly shunshined there to be greeted by the Hokage's family. Kitsun, I have a mission for you. And what is it, Hokage-sama? Starting tomorrow, you are to become a Jonin sensei for my son, Menma, along with his teammates in order to protect him from threats. And what if I decline, Hokage-sama? You are to reveal your true face to everyone in the village. Alright, as you wish, Hokage-sama. Menma looked excited. The best ANBU is going to be his Jonin teacher starting tomorrow. This is the best. This is the worst. Kitsun's POV. Seems like my so-called family has forgotten me again. It is not that I expected them to at least look for me, but I guess that is just a dream. I am assigned to be the sensei of my bratty younger brother and his team. Hope his other teammates are better than him. alright, Team 7 consists of Uchiha Sasuke, Haruno Sakura, and Uzumaki Namake's Menma. Your sensei will be Anbu's Kitsun. You are to wait for your sensei. After Irika's announcement, Kitsun appeared in front of the students, shocking most of them and slightly offending Irika-sensei. Team 7, meet me on the roof. With that I vanished again through a clean shunshin this time. I do not want to make Irika-sensei suffer from cleaning the bloodstains on the floor. The 3 genins finally arrive on the roof with me waiting for them at the top while reading a book I got from Kakashi Nii-san as a gift. I heard loud screaming about someone named Sasuke-kun. Honestly, she gives me a headache. Introduce yourselves, you first Banshee. Sensei, why don't you go first so we know what to say? Fine. You may call me Kitsun Sensei or Fox Sensei. My likes and dislikes are none of you needs to know. And hobbies, not really important, and dreams, nothing. You next Banshee. My name is Haruno Sakura. My likes I is what I am mean is shrieks, my hobbies I is a louder shriek, and my dream I is shrieks louder. And I hate Menma Baka, Imo Duckbutt. My name is Uchiha Sasuke. My hobbies are training and tomatoes. I dislike people who are noisy. Glances at Sakura. My hobby is training. Lastly, my dream is to get stronger than Itachi Nii, red-haired Minato. My name is Uzumaki Namake's Menma. I like ramen and dislike being compared to my dad. My hobby is to train to get stronger than dad. My dream is to be friends with my older brother. He remembers me, huh? Doubt it. Alright, meet me tomorrow in the training ground 7 at 5 in the morning. Don't eat breakfast. Hi. Night came quicker than expected as I waited for Mizuki to come out of the academy. I found out that he tricked one of the students who did not pass to steal the scroll of seals. When he went outside, I followed him towards the forest. I quickly ran quicker than Mizuki and saw a little boy waiting for him. I went to the boy and told him to give me the scroll. Of course, since he is stupid to think that he will pass since he did what the teacher told, he fought and I simply knocked him unconscious. I took the scroll and the kid and shunshined in front of the Hokage, who seemed to not notice that the scroll went missing. Aho! I went back and transformed into the kid. He approached me as planned and I made him sleep and shunshined to T&I. All this happened in less than 5 minutes. What a great night! And so the next day came, and I immediately went off to training ground 7 where the genin were supposed to wait for me. They are all surprisingly here on time, with Menma all sweaty and gross. He probably woke up late or Kushina-sama made him stay a while. I have 2 bells with me. The first 2 who get the bells pass while the other returns to the academy. Since you are my cute little genins, I'll make a deal. If you are able to take both of the bells, I will show you what's underneath the mask. Hokage-sama, I know that you are there, please come out. But I wanted to see what is underneath your mask. You may still watch, but please don't help your child. Are you ready? Start. Sakura and Sasuke jumped into the bushes and Menma activated his Kyuubi mode, enveloping him in a reddish glow with black patterns. Menma attacked me as I only dodged and continued reading the book. The book is more interesting than them. I made 2 chakra chains trapping the red hair. Minato got shocked since I somehow have Uzumaki chains. Menma also made his chains and got free from my grasp and attacked again. I smiled at the challenge and made 7 more of my chakra chains. 4 of the chains made me stay above ground since they are rooted to the ground. 3 chains attacked Menma while 2 of the chains deflected any kunais or shuriken thrown by the other 2 members. Suddenly a fireball appeared, but I quickly put up a water wall without hand signs, creating steam, obscuring the sight of the genins. They still kept on attacking until chains emerged from underground, catching all 3 genins. Menma's chakra cloak suddenly disappears without him turning it off. Kitsun smiled at the sight of Menma panicking as he lost the 9-tail chakra. Since none of you got the bells, I am honestly disappointed. But you managed to work as a team as you try to take them, therefore I am passing you all 3. Since I am nice, I will show you what is underneath my mask. Hokage-sama, you might want to see this. Minato immediately went there and stood in front of the Anbu captain. He stood next to the genins as they waited for Kitsun. Underneath the mask is suspense is killing the four in front of the Anbu. They imagined many things about how he looks and if they might know him. He pulled the mask. Another mask, the four anime fell and somewhere Kakashi sneezed. Anyway, Kitsun, are you related to the Uzumaki? I am not allowed to say anything about personal things, Hokage-sama, so I can neither agree or disagree. I see. Menma, I saw your chakra cloak disappear. Can you try to make it appear again, okay? Menma tried to make his orange cloak appear again but failed. It is like the chakra ran out. I can't? Did the chakra ran out, little brother? You are now free off the chakra. You were stupid wasting it on your chakra chains unconsciously, and you did not even notice me draining it. Naruto's POV. I watched as the two other Namikazes screamed and panicked, only the older one was less noisy than the other. Poor Sasuke and Sakura are forced to listen to this. I hope Sakura sees how annoying noise is and she should reduce her own. Alright, Hokage-sama and Menma, please stop screaming like little girls. It is seriously giving me a headache. Kitsun, how are you so calm that we lost the Kyuubi's chakra? I mean, what did Menma do to run out of it? Hee hee. Ano 2-sen, it might have been my fault. What do you mean? I may or may not have used Kyuubi chakra enhanced Uzumaki chakra chains for a whole day almost once a week for display at school. You what? Please don't hit me. I watched the redhead shout those words, and I felt bad. I gave him a tap on the shoulder and suddenly the Kyuubi chakra cloak returned and he released a breath he must not know he had been holding. Oigaki, why did you give him some of my chakra to that cocky bastard? You know that I don't want him and Hokage-sama to know that they can no longer get the chakra back. Besides, you can just deactivate it and you will be able to generate more. You have a point. But if they find out either way, it is your problem to deal with, not mine, okay? Hi. And so came the wonders of genin training. Giving them capture Tora missions, making them do basic gardening and whatever crap I could give them. Surprisingly, they did not complain much. I also gave them proper chakra control training, and in the case of Sakura, a training to expand her chakra reserves, since seriously, it's smaller than Menma's dick. And off we go to be one of the greatest teams ever. I also felt generous and taught them a basic elemental jutsu each, which was hard since they are genins and not a genius like myself, and finally it had been a month since the bell test. Menma, to my surprise, became less cocky, probably from his punishment, which is to run 5 laps around the village without stopping. Of course that reduced his cockiness. Sakura is still fangirling towards Sasuke, who does not care about her. Thanks to my training of them individually, they slowly improved their skill. Right now they are returning from the mission where all Konoha genin are familiar to. One of the hardest genin missions. To catch the demon cat itself, Tora. But to everyone's surprise, the well-known cat of the daimyo's wife is softly sleeping and purring in the hands of the crimson fox. They returned the cat, who was immediately squished between the big chests of daimyo's wife, suffocating the poor cat slowly. Dad, I am so tired of doing D-ranked missions. I want to do something better. Kitsun, do you believe that they could handle a higher level mission? Oh wow, he is asking me? That's a surprise. With all due respect, Hokage-sama, they could probably handle a C-ranked mission by themselves, and if it is us four, we can handle an A-ranked mission. Alright then, bring in the employer. So this is the team who would accompany and protect me? A bunch of brats, and before anyone else could react, Menma sent his chakra chains towards the old man. The chakra chains got deflected by another more dominant one and another chain trapped Menma. I deeply apologize for the actions of my student Menma, Tazuna-sen, Kitsun said while making the chain that lifted Menma make him bow without his consent. That is fine, at least I now know that I will be safe. Team 7, you are to guard your employer Tazuna-san as he builds the bridge. Understood? Hi, alright. We will meet up at the gate after 20, go home and pack up the essentials. That will last you 1 to 2 weeks. And with that, I disappeared in crimson smoke, which reminded the Hokage of the gifts that were given to him by Kitsun, his wonderful art. Seriously, I have an arsenal of different shunshin. Shursui-sen, I am coming for you. I arrived at my house before grabbing some scrolls which contained some change of clothes, weapons, first aid, and food. I shined to the gates waiting for my team as they slowly showed themselves. Team 7 is walking silently without a care in the world. I saw a puddle in the road and signaled the team and they nodded. I mean, why is there a freaking puddle when it has not rained for days and it is so hot? I quickly sent another signal to them, a go signal. Katan, Gokaki no Jutsu, Doton, Iwa no Dumu, Sakura said as the fireball went close to the puddle encasing it with the fire. They heard screaming and so Menma readied his chakra chains. Sakura made the dome disappear and 2 nins were wrapped in Menma's chains. What the hell? You guys are insane, shouted one of the 2 nins. Well then, either you tell us who hired you or I'll make you, I suddenly spoke out, releasing tons of killing intent on the 2 nins in front of me. It was not really much, just a quarter, but hey, it did the job, Kitsun. We were sent by Gato to kill that old man. Please spare us, the other pleaded. I flashed away in a second and the enemy nins were unconscious. I created a Kage Bunshin and ordered it to take the now known demon brothers back to Konoha. I looked towards our client and prepared to use my sweet voice that scares others. Now then, care to explain to Zuna-san? Why yes. Our village is under Gato and if the bridge is complete, it would help our village grow and we would be able to transport goods. We are so poor that we could not have requested for a higher mission. Please don't leave me. Alright my cute little genin, we will have some fun since our mission got bumped up to a rank. Don't worry Tazuna-san, I already knew that from the beginning and I believe that Hokage-sama knew but he trusted my team so don't worry. The group continued their way towards Tazuna's home. They talked about their formations whenever someone was to attack. While talking, Sasuke threw a kunai to a bush revealing a white bunny. Kitsun just thought to himself how stupid that genjutsu is. He suddenly saw a giant sword thrown his way. He easily caught it with the support of 4 of his chakra chains. Zabuza, I know you are there, you geezer. Who are you calling a geezer, brat? You know our deal, so let us get on with it. The 2 stared at each for quite a long time. They glared at each other, sending flares of killing intent towards each other. Suddenly, nobody's POV, the air was suffocating as the 2 stared at each other for a long time. The only sounds that are heard are the shuffling of leaves as they are being blown by the wind. Suspense is killing the genins and their employer as they watch the 2 waiting for something to happen. Both started moving and rock, paper, scissors, shoot, both shouted, surprising the spectators. Damn it you old cow, you cheated. Just because I won does not mean I cheated, brat. Fine. What is my restriction? You are not allowed to use his chakra. You understand? Fine. The winner gets to kill Gato the man himself. Both of them moved back to gain distance from each other. Both waited for someone to make their first move. Suddenly, the ground beneath Zabuza erupted in chakra chains as they tried to capture Zabuza. Zabuza merely jumped and parried the chakra chains as they came out of the ground and attacked him non-stop. Kirigakure no Jutsu, the battleground quickly got enveloped in thick mist as the visibility dropped, hiding everyone and everything in sight. Kitsun immediately called his chains back and he stood watch for any movement since Zabuza is known for his silent killing, so sound is not really depended on. He suddenly heard whooshing and immediately most of his chains clashed with the giant sword as the others stood guard. One chain slipped past the sword and impaled Zabuza only for it to turn into water. Futon, Tappa, the mist cleared out revealing multiple Zabuza that charged Kitsun almost immediately. Kitsun created a shadow clone jutsu which he traded with so he could attack the other Zabuza in Kenjutsu while the shadow clone attacks using the chakra chains. Kitsun, along with his shadow clone, removed clone after clone, leaving only the real one behind. Kitsun dispelled his shadow clone and attacked Zabuza head-on. Metal clashing with metal as Zabuza's sword and Kitsun's clashed at each other, neither one giving up. They traded blows after blows while the other would just parry the weapon. After a while they both used ninjutsu to continue their fight. They sent jutsu after jutsu as they counter each other, not dealing much damage. Kitsun has a few scratches while Zabuza has some wounds that are not too deep and surprisingly some burnt marks and small slices. Both of them showing weakness as they continue dodging and countering jutsus. After a while Zabuza suddenly fell face first to the ground without any warning. Ha, it seems I will kill Gato you geezer. Haku, I know you are there, please carry that old cow. Hi Kitsun-san. Haku suddenly appears, startling the others. Alright my cute little genins, I will probably go unconscious so please carry me to the house. Suddenly their sensei falls, probably from chakra exhaustion. Menma and Sasuke went to their defenseless teacher and picked him up. His hood fell revealing his blonde locks, shocking Menma. They carried Kitsun to the home of Tazuna while Haku went the other way, probably their camp. Kitsun's POV. I stirred as I began regaining consciousness. I opened my eyes slightly and things that are unfamiliar to me are welcoming me. At least I see my Anbu shirt with the hood neatly folded beside me. Wait, my Anbu clothes. My hood. I quickly grabbed my shirt and winced a bit as I felt my ribs poking my insides. I slowly put on my shirt and made my way out of the room. I navigated my way around the house and slid open a sliding door revealing the rest of my team sitting on the table, as if expecting me. So, care to explain how you are still alive? Naruto-Nizan, Menma says while holding all of my mask on one hand showing it off like a trophy. I would never expect that you would call me that, so, want to explain to us? We know that you died and you somehow lived and is one of the best Anbu captains that ever existed. Alright, but first he quickly stood up and placed silencing barriers around the room. Flashback, nobody's POV. It has only been an hour since the encounter between Naruto and the Hokage and his family. He is setting up everything needed to fake Naruto's death. He is near the village gates just a few trees in. In there is a small cabin that Naruto had created with nothing inside. All of them were removed already and into storage seals. He placed explosion seals all around the place and activated them, alerting the whole part near the gates. He then conveniently placed a slightly burnt picture of him and his kill me orange jumpsuit filled with holes ash with the ends being burnt and charred. After doing so, he hid his chakra and watched as Anbu went out to investigate and confirmed that Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze had been caught in the explosion, ending his life. Of course no one really cared that he died. Some believe that since he died, he brought Kurama's soul along with him. The Hokage and his family showed no sign of sadness and were not shaken at the fact that their son had died. He felt disappointed and sad since even in death, his parents showed no care towards him at all. To make matters even worse, Minato and Kushina announced that Menma is going to be clan leader, but Naruto expected that since he was barely noticed when he was alive. Flashback end, everyone looked at Naruto after his secret had been revealed to everyone. Menma looked guilty since he is to be given the clan head status instead of his older brother, while Sasuke and Sakura just sat there taking all the information with a neutral expression. Little did they know that Kitsun had done something to them in a matter of seconds. It is a small something but can change into something big if it activates. Kitsun's POV, we are eating peacefully with Tsunami-san along with his son, Tazuna-san, on my team. The child kept on glaring at us as if we owe him any money, which we don't. I have my hood on and placed a genjutsu that hides my face in my Anbu mask to keep my identity hidden from others. My team knowing who I really am is bad enough already, and so I do not want any more. Even our clients to see what is underneath my mask. Finally, the kid slams his fist on the table, causing some plates to shake slightly, spilling some of its contents on the table, including mine. But I, of course, kept my cool. Why are you all here? Gato will kill you all no matter what. Gato is just a small old man who pays people to do his bidding, I answered calmly, still eating my food. That is what you say since you do not know our hardships. You ninja live a wonderful life in luxury. I stood up and looked at the child, making eye contact, and quickly released some killing intent to everyone that would only make them shiver slightly. First of all, we ninjas are used to going into wars and expecting battle and being injured. We are not in the life of luxury, we are used in the line of battle. Second, you have a much better life than some ninjas. Take me as an example. You have a caring family that loves you at your tender age, a place you could stay comfortable and feel safe. My family neglected me, telling me that I am lying whenever the villagers beat me up, wound me, or burn me. They lock me out most nights and don't give me food. So don't tell us that we live in the life of luxury because some people wish for what you have. The child looked like he was about to cry before he went away in a hurry to who knows where. I apologize about Inari. His father figure died in the hands of Gato in front of the whole town just because he stood up against him. I should be apologizing, and don't worry, we will take care of Gato and his men. The dinner went well after the outburst of the child now named Inari. My team went to sleep and I made a blood clone, which is a little better than shadow clones. Earlier, I sent a tracking fox summon to find Gato's mansion and another fox to remember Gato's movements. By now he should already memorize every detail and is waiting for me along with my tracker summon. I slowly went out of the house and got summoned near the mansion next to my tracker fox. The other fox gave me a brief explanation of Gato's movements and where he is right now. I thanked them both and they poofed away. I quickly went into Gato's mansion and sneaked around the guards. Infiltration and assassination is my specialty, and so this is easy for me. I located Gato's room and went in quickly without being noticed and quickly slapped some silencing seals around the room. Wake up, you tiny old man, what? What are you doing here? Guards, they won't hear you, you know. My silencing seals are the most effective. Now let us have some fun, I say with a sadistic smile. I should stay away from Anko as much as possible. I took care of him by removing his head and quickly sealed it as a gift for the Hokage. I am sure he would love it. I disposed of the other parts of his body by giving him to the foxes so they could get rid of it or anything. I don't care. I quickly transformed into him and took his place. 1 week later, I wired 3/4 of Gato's funds to Wave and the remaining to my account. Although it is 1/4 of his money, it is still a lot considering his business. Around today, my team will meet up on the bridge and I would bring all of Gato's thugs to the bridge to dispose of them. We made our way and saw Team 7 already there. I ordered the thugs to attack and was easily countered by my team in Mumu with Haku. I released my henge and attacked the thugs from behind, impaling and ripping them apart as blood showered from them. I see Menma and the others get their first kills. It is now or never, so they would not freeze the next time and would have better coping skills. After a minute of onslaught, I undid my blood clone by slicing its head off in front of my team, earning a vomiting Sakura, a surprised Menma, and a look of indifference from Sasuke. Seriously, this guy might be a serial killer in the future. I searched the bodies for any who have a bounty on their head, however small it is. Luckily I left all of the heads and are still recognizable. I found 3 heads with a bounty of 10,000 each, but whatever, I'll just take it. I sealed their heads and went back to the group. Sensei, why must you be so brutal? Sakura asked me oh so sweetly. The faster we get the job done the better. Besides, those are all of Gato's men and I already took care of Gato sending his money to this village. How are you all holding up for your first kill? I think I will manage, Sakura croaked out, sounding like she would vomit again. It is better to get over it now, answered Sasuke. I think I am good now. We are expected to kill anyway, answered Menma. Yo old cow, I guess I went on having the most killed, huh? Don't get used to it, brat. You used a blood clone, but you also used 5 water clones. Which is more than mine. Fine, you win. Haku, let us go back to our village. Hi Zabuza sensei. I'll see you again, Kitsun-san. Shit, I have to get rid of the bodies, and so, I took care of all the bodies by summoning more foxes which disposed of them as fast as possible. I summoned shadow clones to help finish up the bridge as fast as possible. And within 2 days, the bridge was finished and named the Great Kitsun's Bridge as suggested by Inari. Ever since the blood clone made up with Inari, they became close to each other to the point that the boy cried when he left. Team 7, you are dismissed and will be given a week off missions and will be given the normal Class A mission pay. You are dismissed. The Genins left behind Kitsun, who has a very sadistic smile underneath his smile. Hokage-sama, I have 4 gifts to you. The Hokage paled immediately upon hearing gifts, knowing full well what it was. Kitsun immediately unsealed the severed heads of Gato and 3 low-classed rogues. I hope you enjoy my gifts, Hokage-sama. Hinata's POV. It has been a month since the death of Naruto. As of right now, I am not as affected as the first week. To say I was sad is an understatement. I was absolutely devastated. But now, I am a little better since realization hit me sometime before. They did not find his remains or any ashes that shows proof that he is dead, and I could feel that he is still alive somewhere. I believe that he may have faked his death to get away from his family, who showed little to no reaction from the news of his death. I am walking around town when I see a familiar fox named Anbu. Hello Kitsun-san. Flashback to where Hinata is a wreck. I have not been feeling the same since Naruto died. My ball of sunshine, my getaway, and a person who I could tell my troubles to and who understands my problems and tells me his too. It all started when we were 5. I was being bullied by 3 noticeably older than me boys. They were calling me a monster because of my eyes. Where are they now, huh? Anyway, as I was crying, hugging my legs to give me comfort and to slightly drown down the insults they were sending to me, hey, get away from her right now, or else what? What are you going to do, small fry? You are going to regret bullying her and calling me a small fry. Naruto sent a punch to the stomach of the supposed leader of the group, sending him to the wall, and being a civilian, was immediately knocked out upon the small contact. The other 2 sent punches and kicks onto Naruto, who dodged and blocked them expertly. He swept the feet of the other 2 by sweeping his feet below them, making them lose their balance. Go away. And remember this. If you bully her again, you will answer me. Got it, Hi. They quickly scrambled away, picking up their fallen leader, questioning his abilities and muttering something about scary demons, which Hinata heard. Hey, are you okay? Naruto asked me calmly as he offered his hand to me. Hi, thank you for taking care of the bullies, I said to him while bowing my head. It's okay. I'm Naruto. What's your name? He asked my name with enthusiasm in his voice. Hinata. Well then, Hinata, if they trouble you again, tell me, okay? Hi. I shook my head to return to the present time. Ever since that day, we began talking more to each other and helping each other out. Some people used to say that he is cold towards them, but he is really nice to me. I began thinking that he only acts naturally around me and that it is reserved only for me to. He talks to me about everything and answers my question thoughtfully. Or so I thought. After investigation, they announced that Naruto used exploding tags to kill himself in his house. I thought that we were each other's guide to not kill ourselves and to tell each other our problems. I believed that he would not do it, but investigations say so. As I was deep in thought, I accidentally bumped into a person, making me lose my balance. I closed my eyes in anticipation of the fall, but I was suddenly yanked by comforting arms and into the person's chest. I tilted my head up a bit to see a Anbu mask, specifically Fox. He quickly let me go and I moved a step away from him. Hi, I am so sorry for bumping into you, Kitsun-san. I was lost in thought. That's fine. Flashback and Hinata-sama, nice seeing you here. Do you want to spar? We could try your taijutsu style that we are developing. Of course, Kitsun-san. We went to training ground 7 and went on our taijutsu stances. Mine was slightly different from the Hyuga stance, adopting a stance which has a free moving style while delivering harsh attacks that closes chakra points along the way. I activated my Byakugan and charged at him, sending attacks after attacks which he dodged or slaps my wrists away. He also sent punches time which dodged and went around it, closing chakra points in his left hand, making it go limp. He grabbed hold onto my arm and flipped me onto the ground and placed his foot on my back. I gave up and with his help, I stood up in front of him. I won, but I am impressed you improved drastically over the weeks and your taijutsu style is getting better and better. I will see you again, Hinata-sama. Johnny, I began walking away with thoughts plaguing my head. His gentleness and the comfort of his hand is familiar to me. That's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this part. If you want more, like this video, hit that notification bell, and maybe even give a comment on your thoughts on the video. With that being said, I'll see you all in the next part.